Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nut, and welcome to Birthdays the Beginning. An interesting game for me, because Birthdays the Beginning is the sort of game that conceptually I absolutely love the sound of. It's a big, open, life sim god game where basically you start with nothing and you slowly watch an environment grow around you and everything kind of like emerges and you create life and it just sounds wonderful. And then I tried playing it and we had a bit of a problem, which is there's a campaign, which is a new game. That's the kind of campaign mode. In the campaign mode, basically, you get given a world, but then there's a voice in your ear constantly yelling at you to build this here, use that upgrade, get this form of life, go over to this is what you need to do next. It's like, no, that's not what a god game is. God game should not have someone yelling in your ear, constantly telling you what to do, because it's not a god game anymore. Because whoever's yelling in your ear, that's the person who's god. You're just like a priest or something, I don't know. And then over here, we've got the free mode, which I thought therefore sounded much more interesting. But in the free mode, there's literally zero guidance whatsoever. In fact, if you even ask the game for guidance, the game gets really sniffy about it and basically just starts saying, no, just build whatever you want. I'm not giving you any help whatsoever. So you kind of have to do a bit of the campaign to understand the game, because the game's a bit funny. We'll get into that later. But the free mode is kind of where I think the joy of it is, but then there's literally no guidance whatsoever. So if you get stuck, then like literally I had to, when I was trying to figure out how this game worked, I had to go away and read up on it online because I couldn't bloody figure it out. It's an interesting game, and it's really good in some ways and really frustrating in others, and let's just get into it and I'll explain. So, cube size. I'm just going to go for a small size world because small size worlds seem to like evolve and generally work a lot faster and easier. So that's me. I'm the little superhero in red, which is marvellous, and that there little blue thing is called Navi. That's the asshole who kind of yells at you a lot in the campaign mode and basically constantly tells you what to do. Fortunately, in this mode, finally, she shuts the hell up and won't actually tell you anything to do anymore. So instead, we've just got this lovely little cube, and this cube has just got some air temperature, no plants, no animals, just a huge pile of land, no water whatsoever. So we should probably get in there and fix this up. So, into the cube. It's also cube year 0. This cube is freshly born, everything is fine. So, let's dive down into the cube. So me, my little red superhero self, and my little kind of blue diamond thing will fix things up. So, first thing we're going to need here is obviously some water. For life, you're going to need some water. So the base of this game, like, the very core building blocks is you basically make land go up, or you make land go down. So there we are, there's us up and down. That's with either kind of on the mouse clicks or with the actual, interestingly with comma and full stop. Yeah, this game's kind of weird because even though it sort of like feels like the sort of game that absolutely should be kind of, well suited to PC and absolutely, ought to be kind of a PC staple, it was originally for PS4, and when they ported it across, it's in some ways a bit of a lazy port. Like, many of the tooltips will keep referring to PlayStation buttons, like, the trackpad thing that the PS4 controller, that's mentioned in various tooltips, despite the fact, obviously, I don't have that. So some of the prompts and the actual script in the campaign mode hasn't been properly updated. It feels like it's a bit of a rushed port. So first things first, let's just create ourselves some lovely shiny water here. Doesn't matter if you just kind of, The nice thing is you can hold down like a comma or full stop to raise and lower, and then just move the mouse around. So you can kind of do things pretty quickly, but it's a little bit hard to be as precise as you might want to be. Now, as you do things, that uses up my hit points. Right now, I'm a level 1 John superhero, meaning I don't have that many hit points. So what I need to do instead now is back out and see what happens next. So we'll back out because basically, because I'm God, like, God seems to have health. Like, God isn't truly immortal. Instead, God, like, has a health bar, and, like, you need to let years pass for God's health bar to come out. So if you just kind of have time ticking by, then, yeah, God takes about 2,000 odd years to get his health back. And we've also just got life. Right, life news. Basically, God keeps an eye on life using a little Twitter feed that lives off on the side of his vision, which is lovely. So we've got phytoplankton, which I'm going to assume is the first sort of life, which is lovely. But it's so tiny, if we actually head down back into the world right now, because, yeah, time doesn't move while you're down in the world, then you kind of nip away for a bit, a few thousand years pass, and then, like, you nip back into micromanage, have a look, see what's going on. So, possibly, if you're religious, maybe this is how God actually works. Maybe the reason we haven't seen God for quite a bloody while at this point is because he's just currently letting time tick by on kind of fast mode to get his health back because he recently did some earth moving or whatever. So yes, now there's some plankton down here. We can go into like a first person mode and have a little look-see around and whatever. But, yeah, though there's kind of, potentially sign of something going on in this little pond I've created in this desolate moon otherwise, yeah, there's kind of, there's some little bubbles and whatever. There's not really much sign of life, because phytoplankton, I'm assuming, is too small to really be seen. So to come out of that view mode, and instead, now I've got my health back, now God's got his health, we can actually just get on with expanding the pond a bit. So we need to, no, that was wrong. So just go along, creating the first great sea of John here, and God will very shortly be out of health. Yep, God's run out of health, and sadly there's still a few scruffy islands, but never mind. Right. Back out of here. Now, phytoplankton is basically, well, the way this game works is like on things like environment. So basically, is there a suitable environment and is there enough of it? So the phytoplankton right now will probably just kind of go up in population for a bit because I've just created them some extra water and I'm not really sure where, like, the phytoplankton... Well, actually, no, wait. Phytoplankton. They're probably just absorbing sunlight, aren't they? Right, let's speed up time and see how many phytoplankton we can get going on our pond. 72,000, 73,000, that's probably about to cap then. Right, so that means probably the population's currently capped. Nothing's eating it, but it's run out of space. I've just been going along creating some extra stuff. Yes, the temperature just went up. Temperature in this game is largely a function of altitude, which is if you dig down and there's more ocean and everything's lower lying, temperature goes up. I'm not really sure how realistic that is, to be honest. Also, I'm going to get rid of these islands because they're bugging me. So, clicky, clicky, and I've missed all of the islands, and now I'm out of health. God is just so tired he can't be flipping bothered. Like, you know, the Bible made this sound easy. All this in flipping 7 days. No. How many, wait, what year are we on right now? We are up to flipping the year 41,000 after the creation of the world. So God's been going at this for 41,000 years, and we haven't made much more progress aside from a slightly scruffy pond. But at some point, as the amount of phytoplankton goes up, the phytoplankton are having other effects on the world as well. So now I've got my health back. Let's just quickly go over to a little bit more information about the universe. So, hang on, the cube status here. Yeah, you see here, as the phytoplankton are going up, they're slowly producing some stuff. I assume they're releasing a little bit of CO2 into the air. So previously, I think there wasn't any air at all. I'm guessing, like, you know, I don't know how life begins. I'm a flipping trained classicist, right? I studied ancient linguistics at university. I don't know much about the origin of life, but it feels to me logical that, like, you know, originally the Earth was presumably just a ball of rock, just hurtling round to the sun, and, like, the first gases that eventually went up to make our atmosphere would presumably be, like, the very first microscopic life releasing tiny amounts of, like, CO2 or something, and those were just the first gases that eventually would become our atmosphere, I suppose. So these things are just slowly producing a tiny amount of CO2, so they're changing the environment around them. It looks like I'm not doing much, but in the background, stuff on the cube is slowly flipping changing. The temperature is changing. The amount of water in the world is changing. The water temperature is changing because they're doing stuff in it. The air temperature is changing as a result of the processes happening in the water at the microscopic level. And yeah, the amount of CO2 is going up. And slowly, as we get the population of phytoplankton up, therefore, wait, phytoplankton? Sorry, phytoplankton, not what's a photo versus phytoplankton? I would have thought those are the same thing. But yes, basically, we're making changes to the cube, meaning slowly but surely we're actually making changes that will suit new forms of life, so new stuff will start emerging. And there we go, we've got something new. Zooplankton have shown up. I don't know what a zooplankton is, but we've got some zooplankton that have suddenly shown up. So this is the first part of a food chain. So this game has environments and food chains. You've got to have the right environment for stuff, and also it's got to be able to eat. And of course, you've got to make sure that what it eats has also got the right environment, otherwise it'll eventually just eat all the stuff. So there's proper, like, nice little systems hidden under the surface, which I do approve of. Now, with some phytoplankton and some zooplankton floating around, we've got loads of little things swimming in the water. Or rather, are they swimming? They're probably too tiny to swim. They're probably just, like, floating around being plankton, being like, yeah, being plankton's awesome because you've got no expectations on you, everything's cool. Right, so we'd probably need to think about some actual proper flipping life here. We need to get some more phytoplankton. More phytoplankton means more zooplankton, and eventually that will spawn some actual proper life we can actually have a flipping look at. So, as we want a little bit more space and a bit more depth of diversity, fortunately the game gives you some tools. Like, I was just showing this off to be kind of, you know, keep it nice and slow and simple. The game gives you a few things to kick off with. So one of the things they give you is, and this one's very, very bloody useful indeed, a valley source. Basically, I can just pop over an area and hit a button, and suddenly we've got ourselves a great big valley, and that just digs out a whole bunch of stuff. And because it digs quite deep, it means obviously we've also got the advantage that now, yeah, the temperature is just flying up right now. No, not you. And yeah, this is the way of kind of getting stuff done a lot more quickly. You get given like these straight at the beginning of the game, so I could have done this a little bit earlier, but I kind of wanted to show off the game in its existing form. So, we're up to 49 degrees C in the water. Let's keep it digging. I'm just gonna get myself a lovely little ocean over here. We're gonna have like a nice ocean here, little island. Someone can live on this little island over here. That's nice. But yeah, this is going to be our main ocean. And I was going to burn all of these because, yeah, we may as well kind of get them out of the way. So now we've got absolutely flipping loads of... Actually, I quite like this. Yeah, you know what? We're going to leave that little island right there. So, we've just given our lovely little plankton a huge amount of space to grow in. So now, if we nip out and we just start speeding up time a little bit, yeah, this is our new sea, the Sea of John. Now, speed things up, get my health back, and then start speeding up time. Because, yeah, speeding up time too fast also basically, like, kills God. Time travel seems to be bad for God. So phytoplankton population goes crazy. And now, if we just wait a little while, we have got something new just popped up. It is a stromatolite. I don't know. Let's actually just go and have a look see at that. So, we've picked up our first little thing. Now, if we go over to our, like, library, we won't be able to see what's going on. So when a new thing pops up, we've got to go and have a little look see at it. So, let's go find it. And now we are going to, well, it says capture it. We're not just capturing it at all. We're just having a little look-see, and we're learning about it. And that lets me level up. And leveling up is really, really damn good. So yeah, we learn about this. It's not very rare. This is like the first thing in the tech tree of life, I guess. And we learn about some bits and pieces, what it requires, etc., etc. An algae native to very hot shallows utilizes photosynthesis to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen. So I'm guessing, yeah, the reason that can only pop up after you've got a load of plankton is the plankton needs to, like, create some carbon dioxide, which this thing needs to breathe. So I'm guessing now there's carbon dioxide, like, dissolved in the water. I don't know how life works. Life is complicated. But yes, we've got this, and I'm going to level up. And that's really good, because now God, rather than having 50 hit points, has 200. And, even more importantly, now I can move things in, yeah, back at the beginning of the game, I can only move one thing at a time. When you level up, you can increase the amount you can move. So I can kind of do this all in one lovely go, which is nice. Though, of course, it does actually eat up 9 hit points by doing so. But you know what? That's probably worthwhile. So you can start changing the world a lot more quickly. This is a very small little kind of cube I'm in right now, so it's kind of not so important. But, yeah, it's nice to know that's a thing. And also, things start spawning as you make changes. A seed of mutation. So, yeah, also, to speed things up, yeah, you can kind of use items that do various bits and pieces to kind of, you know, shape life to your will a little bit more. Because, you know, what's the point of being God if you can't play God a bit? Probably, the conditions are pretty good for this guy, because all this guy really needs, by the sound of it, is some CO2 and some warm shallows. And we've got some really bloody warm shallows right now. So instead, let's just close that, nip out of here, and now let's just see, because I imagine the stromatolite is just going to go flipping nuts right now. So just heal up God a bit. There we are, God is healed up. And now... there we go. Oh, we've got new things. No, okay. So life has then started exploding. Yes, hang on. Let's just go at normal God healing speed. We have got Cyclomedusa and the Stromatolite. Yeah, the Stromatolite's going crazy, but the zooplankton's going down in population, possibly because the Stromatolite's probably not eating it. I doubt anything in the sea right now is really hunting. Oh, but I think we might actually have our first... oh, we've got loads of things popping up. Hang on a flipping minute. Right, we've got things. Right, God, don't flipping take your eye off the ball here. Yeah, we've got new things popping up. So, we've got ourselves... There's a thing. Hang on, there's a thing somewhere around here. Let's just... I think it's a jellyfish. Let's just pop into our view mode here. Does anyone know? There it is. We found it. Right. So, yes, we have indeed found our first jellyfish. Jellyfish has just popped up here. So, let's just quickly capture that. Lovely. We have found ourselves a jellyfish. So, it is a Cyclomedusa. Primitive jellyfish that float through very hot seas consuming plankton. They can be found near stromatolites. Fine, so I'm not sure why they're close by together. Maybe also eat something off the stromatolites. But basically, yes, now we've actually got a predator, albeit in the naffest way possible, for my plankton. So my plankton numbers might start falling. So I need to watch out for that. Because if these guys, like, overfish the plankton, then we might actually end up in a problem because it'll have eaten all its food supply. But then I suppose more plankton will just grow. Plankton just seems to grow. I don't know where, like, plankton... Wait, where did life be... oh, hang on, I'm going into philosophy rather than biology right now, I think. Right, come out of the view mode. And also, yeah, there's something else over here. Right, let's have a look, see at you. Because you are... ooh, are you a plant? Are you like the first plant? Well, I guess I don't know. Is a stromatolite a plant? Is algae... wait, what is algae? Is algae a plant? Or is it like a... because, like, there's 5 different, like, proper things. And it's not just animal or plant. There's also, like, there's fungi, which is different. And there's, like, little things, like mitochondria. Is algae just, like, one of those? I don't know. Anyway, we've got seaweed that lives in very hot shallows alongside stromatolites. And it can be found after breeding Cyclomedusa. Well, we've got Cyclomedusa. So now we've got seaweed. We've got... I don't really know what a stromatolite is. It just looks like it's just a flipping mushroom or something, like a sea mushroom. That's what I'm going to think of it now. So anyway, we've got these. I've leveled up. I've got 400 hit points. That's really bloody good. And there is... what's the red thing on the map? There's a red thing on the map here. Should I be concerned about the red thing on the map? Is that a problem? No, I think it's just a little jellyfish swimming around. So... we've got all the plants in the world right now. So that means probably my jellyfish population's about to go a bit nuts. Let's start speeding up time, but not too much, and make sure nothing goes extinct. Because sometimes things will just go a bit extinct. My jellyfish population is stable. The seaweed is going up in population. The stromatolites are just Yeah, their population's flipping exploding, which is nice. Why are you... Yeah, why is your population... Ah, your population's finally started going up a little bit, but not too much. The jellyfish population actually seems to be going up pretty on the slow side. Let's just stop time for a second here and consider why that is. Because once you start getting into this situation, all of a sudden we've got various creatures that are feeding on each other. Now the stromatolite's just exploding in its population. We need to figure out, yeah, why are the jellyfish not going up, and also what our next move is. So, let's go over to game info and back to the library and the tree at this point. As long as you've scanned something, you've got information about it. So, Colunia, our seaweed, then logically leads on to a couple of different things. A plant that grows, on land. Okay, intriguing. So, if I want something to start growing on land, potentially, then I'm going to be needing height, land, anything. So I need the surface temperature to be 36 degrees C to 46 degrees C. And birth moisture, yeah, I need moisture in the cube, actually in the area where potentially this will grow, to be between 12 and 88%. Alternatively, we have got ourselves a new seaweed that's like the child of Colunia, whatever that is. So a seaweed that has adapted to life in warm ocean waters. It has all but replaced Colunia, appears in seas where algae blooms. So, this is actually a much colder water thing. So if the ocean starts cooling down, then that thing will logically take over. And this is kind of where... So this is more into, like, you know, land things, and this is more into sea things. So probably I want to turn my attention to the land. Or I can start looking more animals. So we've got a jellyfish right now, and that's fine. The jellyfish is absolutely a-okay. Or we can start getting some new jellyfish. And what's the next jellyfish? So the jellyfish lives in warm seas near Codium Fragile. I don't know what that is. Oh, don't take the place of Cyclomedusa. I like Cyclomedusa, you dig. Again, this appears to be... So basically, the next big thing that apparently happens on Earth is the sea's going to have to cool down a bit. And if the sea cools down a bit, then potentially new stuff starts showing up. And then we get new things that, like, whatever that is. But yeah, let's start off by getting some stuff on land here. We need something on land as a starting point. So yeah, surface temperature, 36 to 46, and also some moisture floating around too. So into the cube we go. Let's have a look-see on the land what's going on here. So if we move away from the water, there's basically zero moisture whatsoever, but a little bit of moisture gets kind of sucked into the land very, very close by to the edge. So all these areas that kind of share a border with the sea, their moisture's 14%, which I believe is acceptable. The temperature, however, is arguably almost a little bit too high here, but kind of, you know, we're within the realms of possibility of something showing up here. So we might possibly want to create a new little area where plants can live a little bit more easily. So how about over here, what I want to do is we actually create our first little raised section. Just kind of create some bit of a high ground here. And on this land we could do with a bit more moisture. So the game has fortunately given us a few items we can use to help out with that. So let's just pop over here and say, yeah, let's get some rain clouds. Let's just make this area a little bit more prone to rain than other places. So a large rain cloud, yes, this seems good. One rain cloud in this area, so now the moisture in this area is going to be a little bit higher than it would be otherwise. For, like, duration 100,000 years. Marvellous. That should help some plants pop up. And as for my jellyfish friends, basically, yeah, they just need up to, well, they're born in 43 to 53, but they can survive thereafter if the temperature changes a little bit. They can adapt slightly. So as long as the sea's still 43 to 53, they're fine. And they need to come into... They need the sea, not the shallows. So the problem we've got here is loads of our sea is just shallows. The only sea we've got is when it drops below -3. So if I want more jellyfish, I've got to create more areas for them to theoretically live in. So in which case, God, get in there and let's actually create some nice space for our jellyfish to live in. Because like out here, way out in the depths, I would say, of this area. Now that you've got flipping loads of actual kind of health here, let's get some more flipping, yeah, let's get some nice depth going on here. Shallows, sea, lovely. And I totally forgot, of course, I actually have my nice thing that lets me lower lots of stuff together. So let's just do that, because that will create lots of lovely, lovely sea really quickly for these guys. So lots of lovely deep trench seas. Nice, just get all this down over here. And God is tired. God is tired, but we've just created a whole bunch of deep oceans. So now, this can be where the, whatever those guys were called, not stalactites, that's rocks, and this can be where the jellyfish live. So if I've got this right, the jellyfish population should now go a bit nuts. So I've created some lovely deep oceans for them. So I've adapted the environment to suit them ahead of time. So now the jellyfish population is staying completely still. Let's just speed up time a little bit, see what happens in the long run. So we've got jellyfish population is... going up a little bit. Going up a tiny bit. Well, to be honest, yep. Yep, no, no. They're struggling slightly. It's the stromatolite that's kind of basically going mad. The stromatolite is just going crazy. Zooplankton's actually finally taken off, which is interesting. That's got some... Oh, we've got loads of new things. Oh, wait. I think we're seeing the beginnings of something happening on the actual Earth over there. So we've got our first little... Oh, it's a Kabuto! It's a Kabuto! One of those things, yes. To be honest, like, my main knowledge about ancient creatures mainly comes from Pokemon. So that's a Kabuto by the looks of things. Right, God, get in there and take your Pokeballs with you too. We need to go and find a Kabuto. Hello! Are you a Kabuto? Give it a scan. That is a... captured... Yes, indeed, that totally is a Kabuto. So, oh no, we missed it. Wait, hang on. Go back to the thing. We need to figure out what it is. Oh, wait. I think there might be more over here. Head over to the pink blobs. We've got, yes, something's on the ground. You, my good man, you are one step ahead of the curve. Because one day, like, stuff on the ground is going to kick so much ass. So I'm really, really glad that you're there. Give that a scan. Maybe we'll level up as well. We're probably getting close to it. And that is a Baragwanathea. You're literally the first thing on the ground, right? You got first dibs on the ground names, and you came up with that. That's just disappointing. So I think as time is going by, if we just kind of go over here, hang on. So this land is, yeah. This land is relatively moist. It's sucking up a fair amount of water, which is why it's changing colour. And it's a good temperature. Let's just go and see what this is. The game's giving me an item. Small recovery. That's just to get my health back if God wants to keep doing good work while he's out here. Right, God should probably nip out for a second, because God needs to check exactly what the Kabuto needs to survive. Because I like the Kabuto, so me and the Kabuto are going to be friends. There's already... Oh, bloody hell, there's already 38,000 of them. Do you already outnumber... Yeah, you already outnumber the jellyfish. Do you eat the jellyfish? Because if so, we need to be careful about that. Right, there he is. There's Kabuto. Right. So, you are a trilobite native to high-temperature shallows, scuttles along the ocean floor, and lives among the Colunia. They emerge in seas that support seaweed. So, nothing major. We just need basically, yeah, plenty of seaweed floating along, plenty of shallows, everything will be fine. Probably we could do with slightly extending the ocean, therefore. And actually it feels like, yeah, this whole kind of, you know, deep sea for jellyfish thing. Screw that, no. My new friend Kabuto, he needs shallows. We shall make many, many shallows. Let's make sure we've got plenty of stuff for him. Right, temperature's rising as I create more shallows and more ocean, because oceans are... Well, I guess, like, if the ocean temperature is... 41 degrees, then adding more ocean means that kind of warms up the rest of the planet. So here we are, we're just going to create an absolute flipping ton of, yeah, I'm just going to create an absolute flipping ton of shallows. There we are, the temperature is, at this point the ground temperature is almost up to the same temperature as the actual ocean. Is that good or bad? I'm guessing that's like, you know what? All the cool life lives in the ocean for now. Like that plant over there, maybe he shouldn't be so flipping smug. Maybe I'm going to go for more of an ocean playthrough. Also, God's tired now. But God is tired, having created a huge amount of, like, flipping shallows. So on the... Wait, hang on, what day are we up to? On the 391,000 times 365th day, God created a slight extension to the shallows. So, the Bible may have been slightly exaggerating to give a more favourable view of God. Plants. Plants on the surface are expanding like crazy here. But more importantly, we've got all sorts of stuff. Right, let's just keep things going at normal speed here. We have got... we've got a Pikachu. Whatever one of them is, we've got one of them. Probably, we ought to stop time moving on for a minute. So, in the year 399,000, we picked up a Pikaia. Right, so my... Oh, no, that's got an elemental advantage above my Kabuto. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. We can't risk it actually kind of using Thunder Shock on Kabuto. Where are you, bastard? What are you exactly? You're over here, whatever you are. Right. Give it a look-see. What are you exactly? Do I like you? You are a... Oh, you're gross. You're horrible. Right, so you are a cephalochordate that lives with... Erythea in very... Wait, does that mean you're a friend of my Kabuto? Oh, you might be. Nice, so you're just a little sea slug or something. Right, so lives in the sea, birth temperature 41 to 51. Actually, I think the sea's pretty warm right now, isn't it? Yeah, the sea's warm, but the deep seas are a little bit less warm, so that's fine. Let's just go and grab this. Might be something useful. It is a... Seed of Evolution. Fine. So I can use that, if I basically want something to start evolving a bit faster, I can just use that on something to basically get its evolved form showing up. So, you know, if I want a Kabuto to become Kabutops or something. So here we are, Seed of Mutation, Seed of Evolution. A seed that promotes evolution in existing organisms, capture 15 organisms, and it will appear in the cube. Fine. So if you want items, you do stuff, and that causes stuff to happen. Lovely. And presumably over here, very soon, we should have... Guys, come on, I've created you this lovely space here. Okay, fine. I'll extend it even flipping further. Yeah, at this point, the ocean temperature has got sufficiently high because there's so many shallows and stuff, I'm assuming, that now we've got the situation where the ocean is starting to warm up the land. So the land is now up to like 42 degrees C off the back of all this lovely ocean. So here we are, all the shallows in the world. Nice. And now we've increasingly got ourselves, hang on, just zoom in a little bit here. Now we've increasingly got ourselves a sea that is full of little predators. Little predators that, to be honest, aren't really doing that much, but it's fine. Let's create, you know what, let's create a little bit more deep ocean for my deep ocean lot over here as well. There we are, loads more deep ocean over here in case there's some really deep ocean stuff that needs to start emerging. We should probably start thinking about, at some point, can we have some flipping animals? We've got some, like, you know, some plants showing up here, but let's be honest, plants are boring. What I really want is an animal. I'd like an animal to show up. So we've got this lovely big ocean here. All my populations are rising nicely. Yep, my phytoplankton immediately expands into stuff. Seed of mutation has appeared over here. Yep. Absolutely, my kabutos, their population is skyrocketing because I've given them a huge amount of shallows to actually start appearing in. So that's good. Bakaya's looking good. We've got plenty more plants expanding. Moisture around the world appears to be expanding for the time being. And that means more and more plants growing because plants right now can only grow right next to the water. But yeah, the moisture is just kind of absorbing into the soil. Everything's looking good. What's starting to decrease? My jellyfish population is a little bit on the low side. Yeah, we're actually got... yeah, we've got a really, really big population of kabutos, and the population of their friends is also going up too, which is, 300,000, 320. I may have given too much population to kabutos, alright? We may possibly need to do some smiting of them at some point, because it feels like there's actually quite a lot of them right now, and eventually they're probably going to run out of stuff to eat, right? What do they even eat? I'm not sure we even ever confirmed that. Right, let's just speed things up even more. Let's see what happens over the long term here. We've got, we've got an astro and a dinosaurus. Okay, we've got, that's close enough to a dinosaur. I'm happy with that. Right, heal up God for a second. Stop time. Nip in here. We need to check what's just happened here because we've got some new stuff going on. Ooh, how'd you grow over there? Hello, what are you, ooh. Oh, la-dee-da. You are the plant that sneers at plants. All the other plants are just like, well, you know, land's great, but let's not go too far from water. No, this is the adventurous plant. This is the plant that volunteered for the Andromeda expedition. He just went out into the desert and said, you know what? Desert's fine too. We've got ourselves an Astroxylon, which is lovely. That needs very, very little moisture to exist. So that is a creature here. Underwent a mutation and migrated to plains where water is scarce. Cool. We've got proper flipping things going on here. That's nice. So that's just going to presumably like start growing everywhere because it needs so little moisture. And I've leveled up, so I've got 600 hit points. And I've also picked up another seed of mutation if I want something to mutate a little bit. We've now got, oh yeah, tons of flipping seaweed. My oceans are looking much more... This is what I like about this game, alright? Where you start off with, like, nothing, and then very, very quickly, you end up with, like, you know, this area, this whole thing you've built for yourself. Let's go and grab you. What's one of those? Normal recovery, fine if I need to get a bit of a breather back on myself there. Lovely. Right, nothing else to scan around here, I don't think. Wait, no, there was something else. There was totally something else. Where's the new thing? There was a new thing. There was, like, a dino something. A dino... Yeah, a dinophorus. Dinophis. That's probably not a dinosaur. It looks more like a starfish to me. We need to go find it. It should be pink. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. It's down here somewhere. Right, we need to go and have a look-see at this thing. Hello. What's one of you? Capture it. And I think we've got a star you. At this point... No, that's not a starfish. That's just a shell. Is a shell a creature? I feel like that's just a flipping shell. So that needs some really hot temperatures to emerge. But at some point, we're probably going to go for colder stuff, to be honest. Right, and some stuff is expanding over here. But not much lives over here right now, because everything's just kind of... Ooh, yeah, my little mini-map is filling up. Over here, we've got a whole cluster of plants. And yeah, presumably these guys, their population is going to go nuts. Because if they need basically no moisture, then there's a lot of flipping... Well, there's a tiny bit of moisture around here. Like, they can basically take this whole area for themselves, but this over here is still too dry for them because there's literally zero moisture over there. What I probably need at some point is, let's just check my items in case I haven't picked up anything else. Because you can get things eventually that are things like river source, and you can create like little rivers and stuff to create like areas of small localized water. And I can create vigorous vegetation, a mysterious seed that speeds up the growth of plant life in a given area. You know what? Screw it. This is kind of plant central right here. Let's go right here and use that for fun. So, there we are. And we have sped up some plant growth, so we'll just kind of get a little explosion of plants over there. That'll be nice. Right, back out, and now we need to keep an eye on, yeah, the Astroxylon, because I suspect that is going to go pretty bloody mental at this point. So, let's get God. Actually, God's already at full health, in fact. So, the Astroxylon, just keep an eye on this. We've just got loads of stuff happening in the sea. Loads of plants start expanding. This is nice. We've got, ooh, the stromatolite is starting, its population's going down. Oh dear, potentially it might be replaced at some point. Oh yeah. The plants on the land are expanding, however. This is all looking very, very good indeed. We've got some... Oh, we've got a new thing. That is a new thing in the sea, I think. Or possibly... No. No, it's the... Ooh. Hello. The Dinorthus is just flipping exploding. Alright. That is getting flipping everywhere. It's possibly expanding into the expansion zone I created. Which wasn't really supposed to be for those guys. But whatever, I guess. Let's just speed up time a little bit more at some point to see what goes on here. And we have got all sorts of things. Yep, it looks to me like life's going pretty well at the moment. Apart from the Calunia. Some of the older stuff, its population is starting to stabilise at low levels. The Calunia is... Oh, the Calunia is struggling, to be honest. The Calunia is most definitely struggling. Lots of plants expanding into the desert. Lots of creatures popping up here. We have got, yeah, lots of stuff living in the oceans. Not much happening actually on the land yet. We possibly need to help speed that up. Well, we've got something going on at least. We have got ourselves a new Waffeuroid. Lovely. We should probably go and check him out. There we go. Let's just stop time for a second here. Get God back up to health. Stop time's evolution. Now, you know, a couple 100,000 years later, God's just going to nip back in, check what's going on here. Ooh! Oh, hello! Right. So, interesting stuff's happening here. Now, loads of little stuff's floating on. Right, pick up the items, because they might be useful. And that's just a small recovery leaf, and another small recovery leaf. Fine if I want to just kind of do some digging and whatever. Right, let's have a look, see what we've actually got going on here. Because it's probably time for us to make a decision what we want to kind of encourage to evolve or mutate. Because we are sitting right now on, what? We're sitting on, no, that's just recovery leaves. 3 seeds of mutation and 1 seed of evolution. Promotes evolution in existing organisms or creates mutated forms of organisms. Right, Elrathia, we need to get you to be evolving into your next stage. Because I think your next stage seems pretty bloody cool. I like the sound of that because I don't want more jellyfish in the sea because jellyfish kind of freak me out, so I don't want any more of them. Whereas plants... How do we start getting towards animals? Where are animals? I feel like animals aren't down there. It feels like... Aha! Yeah, Kabuto will eventually start giving us some creatures that actually live on the land and start giving us some insects. Okay, how about you, little kind of carnivorous starfish? Do you ever go onto, like, land or whatever? No. You're an evolutionary dead end by the looks of things. Oh, no, that's like an ammonite thing. I like ammonites. Ammonites are good. And then we're into, like, fish. Fish are good. So, okay, so Pikachu eventually becomes a fish. Kind of a water electric type, like Chinchu, I guess. Oh, yes! Speaking of which, there's Flipping Lantern. Marvellous. Yeah, if we want to get on the land sooner, it feels like we need to evolve Kabuto. So, apparently you don't need to get to level 40 in this game, you just need to use the mutation stone and everything's fine. So, just need to go and find ourselves one of those lads. Now, where is there a Kabuto? So, we have now dropped a seed of evolution onto a Kabuto. So, hopefully, it will evolve at some point. And as for you, you can mutate. Yeah, you, whatever you are, weird shell creature, you mutate instead. So, hopefully that'll work well. And because I'm level 4 now, oh yeah. Now my ability to change the environment is very, very mighty indeed. This is good. So let's just zoom out a little bit here. And I'd say, let's get some interesting stuff happening in, like, this part of the world. There we are. We've got the beginnings of a little mountain range there. So we'll see if anything takes on the mountain range. And, ooh, hello. Ooh, we've got a little flower that likes the deserty areas over here. Fine. So we've got a nice little area over here. And I tell you what, to help encourage this whole area, I'm going to pop over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a great big strong sunlight reduces soil moisture. No. I don't think we need to reduce soil moisture. We need to do the opposite, I think. Let's get some ridiculous amounts of rain going on here. So let's just activate that. There we go. Ridiculous amounts of water moisture in this sort of an area. And we'll see what that does. See if anything likes the higher altitudes. We might be able to encourage some more stuff to happen that way. Right, God. Back out of there for a second. Now, if we're lucky, the Kabuto will start evolving at this point. So get your strength back for a second. Because we've got a... Well, we've got a Phacops and... Then the... Oh, no! Did the Astropis... Wait, which was the Astropis? Whatever it is, it seems to have immediately gone extinct, so that's fine. Maybe we don't need to worry about it too much. Also, whatever happened to the wait, what were they called? The fighter plankton. Maybe we don't even worry about that anymore. Maybe we just assume it's there, but we don't need to bother. Right, so we've got a new thing that immediately went extinct. But more importantly, we've got a Phacops, which I'm pretty sure is indeed a Kabutops, because it even rhymes. Right, in we go, find the Phacops. I'm pretty sure we've got ourselves a new flipping Kabuto there. Right, there it is. Found it. So yeah, this is going to be a new form of Kabuto. I think, yes, indeed. It does look like one. So a trilobite that adapted to warm climates that are unsuitable for Arathia. It can be found among Codium fragile. Do I have that? Is that a plant? And is that pretty... Oh, yes. Level 5 god. Oh, yes. Marvellous. Maybe this is what the Bible, like, mistranslated. Maybe, like, you know, when it was, like, on the 5th day. Maybe it meant, like, on the 5th level. When God reached level 5, then he got around to... Because that broadly makes sense. Like, when God was level 1, he just did some basic work with the water. And then when God reached level 2, then there was kind of a bit more work on the land. Then when God reached level 3, we started kind of fiddling around with some plants or whatever. I don't actually remember how the creation story goes exactly, so we're going to have to kind of paraphrase this a bit. And I'm actually slowly lowering the surface temperature because I'm creating lots of high grounds. I tell you what I should probably also do is we should create a new little just kind of bit of water around here. Not a huge bit of water or anything, just like a little bit. So let's just create like a little bit of water over here. There we are, just some gentle shallows here. Not proper sea, we'll just have some shallows just to create a bit more water in this part of the world. That'll look nice. Right, back out of there for a second. And then we'll see, yeah, some Astropis, which I assume is like, by the looks of it, the evolved form of the Pikachus, just basically came into existence and immediately died out. Also, it'd be nice to have... You know what? Actually, I don't want to do that. Let's just get back in here for a second, because even though we've not got much health left, I kind of want an island in this part of the world. And that's probably going to, like, kill something or whatever. But I do. I just want an island. So let's get some nice, big, meaty islands going on here. So, nice big thing there. Yep, that'll do. There we are, just wanted a little island there. So something kind of, you know, some nice stuff can just live on the island. Right, get God's health back, and we'll see if the Astropis starts existing again, and whether anything starts growing around my... Oh, yeah, we've got something new going on here. The Andreolepsis, and the starfish are doing well. That's good. If you were betting on the starfish, they're not doing that well. Oh, crap, we want to do well. Oh, we've got a fish! We've got a fish! That's exciting! Fish! Go find the fish! Go find the fish! We've got our first fish! Our first fish has just shown up. Alright, so over here, look at the fish. What does our first fish look like? Is it a really exciting fish? That wasn't where the fish was. Where's the fish? There we are, we've got a fish. Oh, that does look fishy. That's good. The first fish that emerged looked proper fishy. Small fish native to various sea habitats. Creature first appeared in the ocean when flora began to thrive on land. The two things were probably not connected, though, unless there's a really weird conspiracy going on here. Right, so, this little thing here, the Phacops, could theoretically start giving us our first land thing. But if we want the land thing, then we're going to have to create conditions for it. So, let's get... This feels like a terrible idea. Literally the first thing that's going to live on the land, that's not a planet, is going to be spiders. No one is going to want to live on this planet. But, insects seem hardy, it's probably a good idea. So, land needs to have 19 degrees C to 29 degrees C. Needs birth moisture of between 5 and 34%. So, needs to basically, 1929 and basically up to 34% moisture. Right, does anywhere kind of work for spiders right now? No, this whole area doesn't work particularly well for spiders. It's plenty moist enough for them, albeit in some places it's too flipping moist. But yeah, we've got the problem over here of it's actually too hot. Well, that's fine, so all we need to do, really, is we just need to, yeah, get ourselves some extra, like, height over here. So all we need to do, yeah, is just raise some mountains over in this direction. Everything will be fine. Here we go. Get some land raised up here. Beginnings of some nice mountains and whatever. So God's all out of strength for the time being. What we could do as a starting solution is, yeah, you've got a few items that you can use to just slightly tweak the local temperature. So right now the temperature is actually a little bit too high. What we need to do is, yeah, if I could just get a little bit down, then we might actually get some spiders showing up over here. So the spiders can live well, but they need more moisture than that. This area is pretty nice and moist. I think that's kind of pretty optimal for spiders. Yeah, that's fine. What we need to do is this area needs to be colder. So, let's get some cold rocks going on here, because we have that. We've got ourselves a chill stone. 20 degrees C cools a 31 by 30... Ooh, 31 by 31 area? That's That's quite big. Right, let's move this, like, more over here, then. And then that's, yeah, by 30 degrees. No, that's too much. But if we just kind of put the stone down about here. There we go. Now we've got... I think I've just chilled too much of the sea. I feel like that's going to cause trouble, actually. How much of the sea has just been chilled? Quite a bit. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to kill some stuff that lives in this bit of water. But that's fine, because if we've got, like, some stuff that needs colder to evolve, we'll have just created a bit of a colder area. Basically, I've just created a colder bit of the biosphere. So probably what I also need to do, therefore, is, in a minute, I need to create a darker, kind of colder bit down here, like a proper sea deep bit. Because then if something needs cold, deep water, it'll be able to evolve down there. Right, back out of here, and see if the spiders show up now that we've got that. Because we've got fish, the astropis just isn't showing up again. Never mind. God's got most of his strength back right now. I think I've killed some stuff. We've got something new that's just shown up. What were you exactly? There's only 800 of you, whatever you are. The Phacops are doing really, really nicely, which is great. The seaweed is still dying. Oh, something's showing up over there. That's probably just a bit of a desert shrub. That's fine. But we've got the... it's just a new plant. It's just a new plant that showed up. That's all right. And whatever it is, it's actually doing pretty bloody well. And now we're going to see what pops up over time. Because the population's just shuffling around. The astropis came into existence and immediately died again. Then we've got some yes, and then a blue grammar. Right. Some stuff is happening. Maybe at this point, we have a Luxie, and then we've got... Oh, dear. Okay, just stop for a second. Stop for a second. Get that up. Let's nip back in and just see what's happened, because a whole bunch of stuff's going on. And I suspect, unfortunately, the poor little El Rafia... Oh, the Kabuto. I think the Kabuto might be actually going extinct right now. And we've got... Ooh! We've got flipping actual, like, trees going on here. Right, Arathia is on the verge of extinction. Is that a problem? Should we be concerned by that? Let's just scan a tree. We've got our first Christmas tree, which is good. We can celebrate our first Christmas now. That's lovely. So trees that flourish in a variety of regions. The good old conifer. Yep, now we're starting to see some slightly more familiar stuff. Unsurprisingly, it has popped up close by to the cold stone, which, well, I say unsurprisingly, I always associate them with snow environments. I'm not sure what they are. What's round here? Is it you? Oh, wait, are you an animal? You're an animal! You're an animal! We have it! We have him! We've got him! Okay, who are you? You are a player for cops. Ooh. So Kabutops evolved into Spinarak. Don't think anyone saw that one coming. So we've got a spider, and it looks evil and terrifying. Luckily, right now it's trapped on... Also, why are you over there? Why did you... You evolved on top of the mountain. You know, I gave you a really, really lovely cold stone you were supposed to come and live by, but whatever. Live on top of a mountain for all I care. Right, you. Is there anything we can do to basically encourage you to potentially, like, mutate or, like, evolve or whatever? Let's just quickly go through all of these. What have we got? Do we have any evolution stones going on? We've got the Fruit of Knowledge, but probably don't give the Fruit of Knowledge to, like, a spider. That seems like a bad idea. Right, so, let's get you evolving, or rather mutating, which strikes me as the same thing, but whatever, go for it. Here you go, question marks. I've confused that spider quite badly. Right, so all we need to do now is keep going down that route. Because as long as that... What are you even eating? I hope you're just eating plants. You don't need to, like, hunt things. If you need to hunt things, I've got bad news. Because there's literally nothing else in the world to eat right now. So sorry about that. Right, let's go over to this here. What have we got on our spider screen? Need to find, yeah, what does the spider come into next? Spider can become different type of spider. Or, right, you're better and less terrifying. Large insect that's evolved wings to fly appears near rivers. Ooh, okay. So needs to be close by to you, but I'm going to need a river. So I'm going to need a river source, which is an item you can spawn at some point. So I need that to spawn before I can get you. But then you lead the way into all sorts of... Ooh, butterflies. Butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. And you lead the way into, yes, all sorts of exciting... More butterflies. Then more butterflies. That's just more butterflies times 3. Is this just... Then it's just moths all the way down. I think it's just moths and butterflies all the way down. Right, what if I want mammals? Where are flipping mammals? Do we need to, like, come from fish? Is that what we need to do here? Where's the animals? And we've got... That shark has a really good smile on its face. Where are animals? Like, traditional animals like I would understand them. Because that's... Ooh, that looks like people. Yes, that would appear to be humans. So we can actually have humans who theoretically can build cities eventually. We're going to need to go for a route of monkeys. Monkeys are descended from... rodents. Really? That doesn't strike me as well. I guess maybe if it's like a small primate. I guess I guess, kind of. Is that true? The monkeys evolved from mice? Are mice our common ancestors? And do those come from small... Lizards didn't evolve in... Well, I guess they had to. Mammals had to come from somewhere. Oh, there's so little I know about evolution. Right, speed things up massively here, because now I've got tons of health. That means we can basically speed, like, you know, we can just have time ticking by. So at this point, things will take care of themselves. And sadly, I think Kabuto is going to go extinct at some point. But its job is done, to be honest. Its job is doing well. This is fine. And we have got ourselves... The conifer is doing really damn well right now. Anything else doing nicely? Got a few new things showing up, but I think they're all under the sea. Nope, that was some new plants. Bellflowers and the Tremeriophyte. That's nice. Yeah, I think we've got a load of new plants showing up. Oh, now this is the bit I like. Where you're just watching the world change slowly over time. Ooh, over in the dry, deserty area, yeah, a whole bunch of like palm treesy things have just started showing up. Should probably go over to Lucy. Oh, Calunia. Calunia is almost dead. The Calunia is tragically looking really, really almost dead. Yep, Calunia's gone. The Calunia has been replaced by its predecessors. Oh, no, it's not been. It was its or it was a predecessor. Something else has shown up anyway. Something else has shown up. We should probably create more deep sea. I feel like deep sea is a good place for fish. We're just going to scan this new tree. We've got some lovely trees. Oh, there's spiders everywhere. Nice. Okay, so we've got ourselves a new tree. Now there's just spiders flipping all over the shop, which is unsurprising. Literally, right now they've got no competition at all. There's all these things over here. We've got... Oh, river source. River source. That's really, really flipping important. Good. We've actually got a river source here. Head up here. Scan more flipping plants. And there's a whole bunch of stuff just living in the desert that presumably just likes being really, really dry. Nice. I've also picked up global cooling, so I could just cool the entire world if I wanted to, if I felt like cooler stuff I wanted to show up. Right, water of life, mysterious water that boosts the fertility of organisms. When plankton reproduce, it may appear in the cube. Fine. So I picked up a few items just from the kind of the amount of time that's just passed there. River source, that's what I wanted. Right, so get that going. Boom. There we are. So that is now the source of a river. And now we are just going to create a lovely river that's just going to kind of go through this area and start kind of making it a bit more fertile and whatever. And I'm going to bring it deliberately very close by to the spiders. Because the spiders, I know for a fact, require... Yeah, they require some nice rivers close by to them. And sorry, you're going to die, I'm afraid, little plant. I'm going to work around you if I can. No, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Just... Never mind, just crawl out there if you can, please. I may have just killed one of the spiders. Hopefully not. There we are, just a nice river going up to the cold stones. And that will hopefully now encourage some lovely stuff to kind of pop into the world here. So, yeah, we've got more stuff. Just more flipping plants. I don't care about plants, alright? Plants are boring. I'm more interested in getting some proper actual, like, you know, animal stuff going on here. Because go animals, because I'm an animal. So basically, I'm just supporting the home team. And yeah, over here, I should definitely, I think, dig out some really... Because, like, nothing's living over here. So I think this over here should be a big expansion zone for deep sea stuff. Because clearly, there can be some really, really flipping deep sea stuff going on here. So, let's get some proper deep sea stuff going on over here. Because that will make things cold. If we need cold, yeah, that's right. Bring it all the way down. Down, down, down. That's right. And God is all tired at this point. He's created the first deep sea trench, but now he's tired. But that's fine, because I'm kind of hoping something will evolve in this nice deep bit of ocean. Right, so let's get God's strength back. Keep an eye out. Oh, something just evolved down there. I think something just kind of popped up down there right away. Lovely. And it died out immediately. That's fine. We know we've got the conditions for it. It'll be back in time. It's fine. We've got red ferns and Gabera. What is Gabera? That looks like a plant from this little thing there. More red ferns, more Gabera. Yep, it's a flower. Possibly the first flower. Who knows? And Calais. Oh, I think that might have been a fish. Might have been a new fish we just had showing up there. Let's just let time go by here. The Astropis came back a third time. And once more just sort of flipping died, to be honest. I think that thing just kind of keeps coming into existence and then kind of dying straight afterwards. So, you know what? It's nice to see that the deep trenches are doing something. There's something going on down in the deep trenches. It's not much, but it's something. Yeah, there's something new. There's something new way down in the trench here. Right, capture it, whatever it is. Yep, something lives way down here. Hello! What are you? You are... Ooh! Yep, there we are. Species of fish that could habitat for itself by migrating to the deep sea. Which is good, because I've created deep sea for you, specifically. Let's make some more deep sea for you. I feel like I'm liking the big fish that are showing up here. Seed of mutation, or seed of evolution. Actually, we've got 2 seeds of evolution. You know what? Go for it. Let's get that going on here. Seed of evolution. Boom. So you start evolving as quickly as you like. You over there, however, you can just do a straight up seed of mutation, I'd say. So you mutate and your friend can evolve. And that should hopefully get us some insects floating around over here. Right, get my strength back so we can speed up here. We have got ourselves... Ooh, whatever that is, it's called a meganura. It's got mega in it, which I'd say is very, very exciting indeed. Then we've just got a whole bunch of fish. Ooh, the population of fish appears to be exploding. That's excellently good news. Right, got my strength back, and that means I can now head over here. Another... Ooh, it's the astropis. That's going to be extinct shortly. Whenever that thing tries to exist... Ooh, it's a butterfly. We've actually got a flipping butterfly. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, stop the time. We're going in to find the butterfly. The butterfly is going to be my new friend. Hello? Where are you exactly? No, there's something that's developed under there, under the sea in the little pond area. Fine. So what lives there? Ooh, you're adorable. A jawless fish that swims through hot ocean waters. Okay, 1, that's not an ocean, and 2, it's not even that hot. Okay, so you've failed pretty badly there. But there it is, there it is, there it is. Hello. Right, I like you. Yes, you are expecting. You're like a dragonfly thing. So now I've got a dragonfly. Though now I know you've got the colourings of a bee, I like you less. So, we've actually got our first flying thing. We've got something flying in the world right now. That's cool. Meanwhile, over here in this massive deep sea trench I've made, there's like one thing living down here. There's like one big fat fish, which claims to have a massive advantage because it's got no predators. But equally, there's nothing else down there. I'm not sure what it's bloody eating, but it's eating something. Right, seed of mutation. That's good. You. No, come back. Oh, this is going to be quite tricky to do. I need to basically hover over this thing on whatever cell it's technically on if I actually want to evolve it. Actually, I've got loads of mutation things. Let's just start everything mutating. You, mutate. Mutate Christmas tree. There we are. Let's see what a Christmas tree mutates into. And... what else we got? Oh, that's right. We've got the massive, great, lovely fish in the deep sea trench. That can mutate as well down here. Where are you? Where are you, my good friend? You're down here flipping somewhere. Right, let's get some speed on here. I've just basically thrown mutation down on everything. So we're going to see what happens next, because I suspect it's going to be good. Oh, yes, lots of stuff has started mutating over here. Marvellous. We've got something that had a good name. Primal butterfly has popped up. Oh yes, we've got insects all over the flipping shop here. It is the age of the insect. Lots of stuff, however, is... Oh, butterflies like crazy. Butterflies like crazy. And the agrio... Oh, the poor Argo... Oh, wait, Argo? The Agrio. I'm just going to call it the Agrio. The poor Agrio keeps going extinct and coming back. But, like, you know, it's not doing well, to be honest. I feel like it's just not working out in general. We've got primal butterflies and all sorts of... Oh, yes. Insects like crazy here. So yeah, I think like if you evolve something, it's guaranteed to become the next thing down in like the tree that the game can show you. But if you just like mutate something, it can go to something like crazy and just kind of skip forward a bit all over the shop. Whatever it is, we've now got like over 1 million firefly things in the world right now, so that's cool. Right, let's zoom in here and see what we've actually got going on here, because yes indeed, now the world's getting interesting. Now we've got the beginnings of an actual little insect ecosystem here. So I feel like the spiders probably feel pretty put out by this whole situation. The spiders were just kings of everything, but now, not any longer tragically. Now they're not doing so hot. Now there's loads of stuff floating around. Hello, are you technically different? Yes, you're technically different. You're a slightly different colour. Wait, no, I was just scanning the tree. Right, so, how are we doing on the old tech tree of, like, life right now? Because I feel like right now, this is all looking good. Right, and I kind of want to go down to something a bit bigger. So we've got insect. I want to get something out of the insect world. Let's get something a bit like... If we get, like, something that's like the beginning of, like, a lizard, that'd be nice. Get our first lizard. I mean, there's lots of insects to eat. It feels like we ought to be able to. And here we are. The fish are coming along nicely. We've got fish coming into... Ah! Ha 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 ha. Okay. We do actually have the predecessor of the first lizard here. So, as these guys flourished, then we need to get ourselves first set foot on land. Not quite adapted fully to land, only can emerge near the shore. So what do we need? We need extremely high moisture. Okay, extremely high moisture and exactly 27 to 33. So if I create the perfect conditions, he'll pop up. Or, if I want to, like, the game seems to do things in two ways. Like, if I just basically pop an evolution seed on that guy, this thing will pop up. But because, like, the conditions aren't right for it, it may well just go extinct and struggle to do well anyway. But, like, if you just create the right conditions for it, it'll just pop up by itself. And then because the conditions are right, it'll be able to thrive a lot more easily, which is a nice balance, I think. Right, so, very, very precise here, which is 27 to 33 and about 50 to 88 on the humidity front or moisture front. Are they the same thing? They're kind of the same. They're probably not the same thing. So yeah, we do actually have the problem here that right now everything's too hot. We need exactly 27 to 33, except over here where everything's too cold. But if I was to create, if I was to use my cold stone to create just -10 somewhere, then this could theoretically be perfect for them. Yeah, okay. We create a nice little kind of lizard area around here, because apparently it's too hot for lizards, which strikes me as weird, but alright. Nothing's really using this area right now. So if I just basically popped down... but that's a bit close to my deep sea trench. If I just kind of put it down about, like, here-ish. If I just kind of put it down here. Yeah, this would probably do. Right, let's get a nice cooling stone, just a small cooling stone, going on in this sort of an area. Here we are, chill stone. So, just by 10 degrees C, and right now it's 40. So put this down, it goes down to 30. Pop it down about here, here-ish. There we go. So that's now down. So this area is now 30 degrees C, and I think that's... Has that overwritten this one? Oh, I think you can't have both. I think possibly you're just not allowed both. So, possibly... These guys are about to struggle slightly. Yeah, maybe about to do some damage to this tree population. But if they need to, they can just migrate over here. Back out here, I'm possibly about to cause a bit of a collapse in the conifer population. But it's worth it if we can potentially get ourselves some lizards going here. So out we come and prepare for these trees to all die. It's fine. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So speed up time here, and we have got ourselves things... Lots of things. Just some... Oh, yeah. Lots of conifers are just dying out over there. But we've got some new stuff popping up too. Sadly, yeah, the conifers couldn't survive in the new warmer climate. So they're just gone at this point. And I'm pretty sure I just saw something that looked like... Well, it looked like a frog, actually. Yep, the Ichthyostega. Yep. Let's just make sure a few of them show up. Just check the population. Is it doing all right? Is it? Yep, there's 161,000 of them. I think they've just leapt out onto the land, in fact. We might have just got ourselves... really, really good situation going on over here. Yep. Everything looking good. Looking good. And, oh, we've even got a new one. We've got an Ichthyomymus as well. Fine. I think we've potentially got two little froggy lizardy things. That would be good. Right. Stop that there. Pretty happy with that. Let's just get God's health back. And then jump in. See what we've got over on this side. Because I suspect the interesting stuff is happening. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You are now eating something. What are you eating? Hello. Right, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Hello. You're awesome. You literally generate stuff out of nowhere. Right. Oh, and we can go into a lovely little view mode here. Get a good little look at you. Hello. You're adorable. Can we actually... No, there's no actual, like, taking photo mode, but you can just go down here, have a look-see at your world, see how it's getting on, how you like it. Now it's full of flipping insects. Oh, you're adorable. Let's capture you nice and quickly. There he goes. That's the new one. Got you. And yeah, you're the Ichthyomymus or something? Yep, Ichthyomymus. Lovely. So, an Ichthyostega that migrated away from the shore to live in freshwater regions, mainly feeding on organisms that live in the river. I'm not sure there's anything living in the river right now. And to be honest, the river looks a little bit kind of like sad. Now all the trees died. I feel sad about that, to be honest. But never mind. We can't need to do that in order to get some actual flipping lizards going on here, which is nice. And now you've got loads and loads of lovely insects to eat. So don't eat each other, because, like, you guys are awesome, and I like the fact you're here. And how's the cube getting on, by the way? So right now, yeah. So at this point, the air is now heavily oxygen because there's so many flipping plants going around. We're actually equivalent to our highest ever number of species, but some have died out. So we're not entirely like the best we've ever had, really. We have been this high before. The air temperature has just been seems to have stabilized about right. The water temperature is about there. Moisture has been slowly rising over time. It seems to have stabilized. So we're kind of in a moment of stabilization right now, mainly because I'm making relatively few changes, because big changes to the ecosphere are kind of caused by God. So that's nice. Right, over to the library. Now we have got ourselves, yeah, zoom out here. Now, where do you go? Oh, you're a bit of a dead end, apparently. You're just an evolutionary dead end. Well, that's rubbish. Actually, we're only 2 steps away from the first dinosaur here. 2 steps away. So, first reptile. So, you're not a reptile. You're a... What are you? You're technically an amphibian, right. So, we actually haven't got a reptile going on yet here. So, 22 degrees 28. Okay, so actually, we need to properly cool down the world if we want to get some reptiles going on yet. And then once we've cooled down the world a little bit, then we could have... Ah, wait, hang on. My global cooling thing, I could use that to just cool down the world. That'll probably have a catastrophic effect on loads of other stuff, but it would get the temperature in just about the right range, I think, in general, to potentially have some of these guys starting to show up, which would be nice, especially since predecessor's already there. And once that happens, then we've got ourselves the first dinosaur. Ah, but apparently, you need it in hot climates. Okay, fine. So we need a cold area, and we need a flipping hot area as well. Because moisture around here is pretty much flipping spot on what I need it to be. So if I just get the temperature... Actually, the temperature over here is already like 34. I think it needs to be a tiny bit higher. Right. Get that out. Let's just get a little heat rock going on. Just a warm stone, up 10 degrees C around here. So put that down, and we've just warmed up this area like crazy. But this area down here... Ah! The cold stone doesn't exist anymore because it can't. But that's fine, because I am about to cool down the entire flipping world. Do not panic, dinosaurs. I have not forsaken you. I'm just going to use... here we are. I'm going to use, yep, global cooling. Right, flipping. This is going to cause such a disaster. Do it! Boom! Right, so we've just started cooling the entire world. I'm probably about to basically wipe out a huge number of species, because, yeah, basically I've taken one part of the world and made it hugely hotter than it used to be. I've taken another part of the world, and it's nowhere near as cold as it used to be. And also, I've just dumped the entire global temperature. It's going to start falling like crazy. So, this is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. Now having made massive changes to the ecosystem and the environment and everything, now we flipping back out and we just start speeding up time and we watch the total collapse of literally everything. And we've got ourselves, population crash, population near extinction. Cactuses have just started showing up. That's nice because I've whacked up the temperature. Extinction warnings times crazy. More extinction warnings. Butterfly population is collapsing. Something just went extinct. That's the original seaweed. And we've got, we have got a lot of plants that are ceasing to exist here. Yep, a lot of plants are ceasing to exist. More things. More plants ceasing to exist. This is all a concern. Yep, and then, oh no. I think that was the kabutops that just went extinct. You did well. You did well, bless you. Nothing just went extinct. The bellflower has gone extinct. The red fern. Lots of things collapsing now. Right, let's speed this up a little bit faster. There we go. Let's see if anything good comes out of what I've just done here. The cactus. No, I think I've wiped basically No, I've just basically caused a collapse in the climate. Colonia's gone again. More plants are dying. I mean, we've got something coming in. Something just arrived. The Anomalosaurus, which is nice. So we'll go and check out what the Anomalosaurus is. Because if we're lucky, then, like, that'll be what I was actually looking for. Okay, I may have wiped out a very large number of species, but some new stuff has come in as well. Ooh, I just caused a big old hit there. Right, so I think I killed... Oh, blimey. I killed so many plants. The oxygen content of the world briefly collapsed. That'd be why a lot of things died. I killed too many plants by changing the climate. The oxygen collapsed, and as a result, lots of animals ran into a bit of difficulty. Oh, I swear, the last time I was here, there was a lot more going on than what's going on now. I think I've wiped out a lot of stuff. And fortunately, the cactus is here, which is nice. So well done, cactus. You've managed to adapt at least. And tragically, by the looks of things, no dinosaur, but something new's shown up in the water. Presumably something that requires a colder temperature to emerge, because not that cold. Well, you're cute. Hello! You're really adorable. I might have created you by accident, but, you know, you may have been a mistake, but you're still awesome. Ooh, you're cute. And you've got little googly eyes, and I like the fact you've got googly eyes. Yes, I looked upon you and I said you were good. Feels to me like, yes, potentially, at this point, I've kind of screwed up the land, but on the plus side, the sea looks like it's in good shape. I feel like the sea is, the sea's good. The sea's full of, like, lots of good things. Like you're you're a cute little cuddle bug, aren't you? I like you. We've got cute little fish over there. And, oh, yes. You know what? I'm just going to live under the sea. I've slightly screwed up the surface, but if I've made the sea suitable for this cute little cuddle bug, I will consider everything to be a-okay. I think you get the point, ladies and gentlemen, as I've managed to cause basically total ecological collapse on one side of my little bio area. But on the plus side, I've managed to create cactuses, and cactuses are indeed cool. This is Birthdays the Beginning. It is, I'm very divided on this one, because when it's good, like when you just kind of sit back and watch, it's really fun. Like for me, like I think this is what I would have wanted something like Mountain to be, because I played a bit of Mountain, I just didn't get it. I found it as boring as anything. But this is it's a very relaxing, low intensity game. Like if you want to, you can just set stuff up and for the most part just kind of watch time tick by and let nature take its own course and let things balance themselves out. And possibly, like, you know, there's an argument for saying like once you've set up the basics of saying like a couple of different biomes, just kind of literally just put it into fast mode, let it go and see what shows up, what evolves, what doesn't, whether it ultimately ends up in a world anything like ours. It's a fun little screensaver to watch. Or if you want to micromanage and kind of get evolution going the way you want to go by creating the right biome, you can. Like, when it's good, it's really, really fun. The problem is, it's really frustrating because it's a very bad PC port. Like, it's blatantly like... It's got weird controls, like really flipping weird controls. Like, if you want to move the camera, like, looking this way, I'm holding left on the direction pad. Now I'm holding right on the direction pad. And that's just weird and backwards. And this is me moving the mouse as much as I can. This is the mouse movement in the view mode, which I know, like, this is a really small petty complaint, but it's a symptom of a bigger problem, which is this is a very quick, lazy PC port. And I've heard a lot of people have had, like, issues with stuttering and poor performance. So my computer's pretty good so we can handle it. But, yeah, maybe wait for some hot fixes on the PC version. But I think the PS4 version is kind of what it was made for. Like, if you enjoy stuff that is, like, experiential and you can just watch it and have fun with it, like... in some ways, I love this. I love it when it's good. But when it's bad, it's really, really bloody frustrating. So take from that what you will. You may think that sounds exciting. You may not. I think it's lovely, albeit it's frustrating at first, and it's a real learning curve. Because when I first played it, like, it took me like 2 hours just to understand the real basics. Because either the campaign holds your hand too much, or the free mode gives you no advice whatsoever. You're just on your own. Which I guess is nice. It just would be nice if you could actually, like, access tips and tooltips in the free mode. That'd be a nice thing to have. But there you are. This here is Birthdays at the Beginning. I think it's fun and charming and delightful, even if it has quite a few little errors, and even if I have caused a slight collapse of the entire ecosystem over on this side of the island. Link in the description below to the Steam version, and I'll also link to the PS4 version as well, because it feels like that right now is probably the better version, given that's what it was actually designed for. So you never know, maybe I'll look for other stuff like this. Maybe one day I'll even look at flipping Spore, who knows. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nut, and this has been Birthdays the Beginning. A wonderful idea, but can't deny some issues with the execution. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This is the face of death, okay? This is what my sudden death looks like. Do not engage before we arrive. Do not engage. What are you doing? I specifically said don't. Oh, no.
No, John.
Oh, he likes that. The Romans touched me.